the biggest dinosaur ever. When you think of the largest animals that ever lived, you might be thinking about blue whales or elephants, but compared to these giants, even an elephant is just a peanut. Wait until you see what this dino has in store for you. Hi, and welcome to Paleologic. Today we're going to talk about the biggest dinosaur ever, so let's get into it. In 2014, paleontologists in Argentina uncovered the fossil of a new species of dinosaur. They named it Patagotitan majorum, but you can call it Patago for short. The reason why they named it Patago was because they found the fossil in the Patagonia region of Argentina, and the species name, majorum, was chosen in honor of the paleontologist's sons. But this dinosaur wasn't just huge, it was gigantic. It was a titan among titans. This dino weighed over 69 tons, which is more than twice the weight of the heaviest Tyrannosaurus rex. That's like comparing a fully grown blue whale to a humpback whale. Patago lived during the late Cretaceous period, around 97 million years ago. Back then, South America and Africa were joined together in a supercontinent called Gondwana land. Gondwana land was surrounded by water on three sides, and this made it quite humid. Because of this, lush rainforests covered much of the land, and these forests were full of all kinds of dinosaurs, including the long-necked herbivores, the Titanosaur. Titanosaurs were sauropods. And if you don't know what a sauropod is, then boy, do I have news for you. Sauropods were the longest dinosaurs that ever lived, with some species growing up to 100 feet long. Titanosaurs were the last and largest group of sauropods. They first appeared during the late Jurassic period and continued to grow larger and larger throughout the Cretaceous. By the end of the Cretaceous, there were over 15 different species of titanosaurs, and they were living all over the world. Some titanosaurs were 40 feet long, but others could be more than twice that size. The longest titanosaur ever discovered is still Argyrosaurus, which lived in Argentina between 94 and 90 million years ago. Although the fossil is incomplete, it was probably around 131 feet long, almost as long as 4 double-decker buses parked end to end. But wait a minute, you might say. We already talked about Patago being the biggest dinosaur ever. How can there be another one? Well, not all scientists agree on how to measure size. Some paleontologists argue that length is the most important measurement, while others prefer to look at height. If you use height as your measurement, then the biggest dinosaur ever would be Argentinosaurus. Unlike other sauropods, Argentinosaurus had extremely short legs. Its body was low to the ground, which may have helped it to conserve water. But it also means that it would have been easy prey for large predatory dinosaurs like Giganotosaurus. To defend itself, Argentinosaurus probably used its whip-like tail to thrash about and smash its enemies. Argentinosaurus also had a really long neck. It could have easily reached up 40 feet into the air. This neck came in handy when food was scarce, because it allowed Argentinosaurus to reach the leaves of the tallest trees. It's hard to imagine how a giant like Argentinosaurus could go extinct. Maybe it was the same story as the dinosaurs. Perhaps a giant asteroid strike caused massive climate change and wiped out most of the plant life. Without enough vegetation to eat, the Argentinosaurus starved to death. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn more about dinosaurs, check out the series in the description below. Subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.